Episode 6, the Self-Literacy Podcast.
Yes, sir.
I am Heavy D. I'm not doing this alone, of course. I got my brother, my dog. Happy belated birthday, or happy birthday again, I'm guessing.
Happy belated. It's actually belated birthday wishes. We've been saying
We've been saying. If anything, I've been saying.
No, everyone.
Is it?
Yeah, it's belated birthday wishes. Happy belated birthday. What is that?
Okay, happy belated birthday wishes.
It's very tumultuous.
So what's up, birthday month, basically?
100%.
I know you, baby. You know what I'm saying? You are not going to say no.
Nope.
Forget the one dayers.
Hey.
Let's go.
100%, my brother.
No. How did you celebrate, brother, man?
Hey, man, it was a plethora. I'm speaking great English today.
Yeah, I know you.
It was
I'm just here, by the way.
It was a plethora of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You know, one thing I love the most, I was saying this to a friend earlier on, in fact, on your birthday.
Yeah.
They saw your stories, and I'm like, ish, this guy, I'm thinking he's finished. I just got off a phone call with this guy, and I'm thinking he's finished. But you know, I get down in a suit. He's about to go in even hard. How was that?
It was beautiful.
Dude,
yes, see, we would actually need an entire episode.
We should actually
to just talk about.
I would love that.
My birthday and some of the things that happened that actually spoke to my inner child.
Oh, you love that.
And what that actually did for me, to me.
Love that.
And how I'm feeling right now. Wow.
I checked the soft moments.
Yeah.
You touched up a bit on that. So I was also like, no, this is beautiful. Like, your whole birthday experience and how it just got you going.
Yeah.
I just thought it was amazing, bro. What did you eat? Quickly.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, no. No, I'm saying on the Tsaziladi suit. At the dinner.
I had prawns. I had chicken. I had...
Hi, baby. It's cool.
I had beef. And I don't eat a lot of red meat.
Okay.
In fact, I don't eat red meat at all. I do now and then indulge, but I'm not a fan of red meat at all.
Was this like a buffet, dog?
No, it wasn't.
It was like one meal?
Yeah,
for you alone?
No, not for me alone.
Oh.
It was just like options.
Oh, hey, okay.
I also had like in the afternoon, I had like this beautiful sandwich, chicken sandwich. There's a place called, it's somewhere in Mall of Africa, bread something. Dude.
Love it. You're going to take me there.
I need to take you
there. You
have
to
actually.
take me there, actually. That's what I mean.
We might go today. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, let's consider.
That sandwich is beautiful.
Oh, God. And I love Big Sam. Did I tell you I have a sandwich named after me, by the way?
No.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Really?
Remember I've been saying, the family has a coffee shop.
Yeah.
They have a beautiful coffee shop in the middle of town. It's called Noble Coffee.
Yeah.
Or Noble Cafe.
Yeah.
They have a sandwich named the Heavy D, or the Heavy D Explosion.
Oh.
You got to try that as well.
Just by the way, I'm coming to Lesotho soon.
Yes.
So yeah, let's meet there. No, definitely, I'm gonna do that, brother.
Brother, let's
What's
get
happening today?
Okay, today, but before everything else, like, subscribe, and all social media platforms. Do the right thing.
I like this for you, bro.
What?
You hosting the show.
For once, and I can see I'm looking at you with the corner of my eye, and I see you. Listen, let's just go.
Yes, Lord. Yes, sir. Go for it.
But I'll give a like, subscribe, do the whole thing. Social media platforms, share to your friends, your girlfriends, your sisters, everybody. It's very important because these conversations we have here are amazing. We're about self-literacy, we're about self-building, and we're about making sure that you're in a safe place. 2024 is different, dog. You understand?
Yeah.
We've been through a lot, and when you hit me up,
Yeah.
during the week where you're celebrating, I think you were tired. Yeah, I think you're tired. So you're like, hey man, take over production today. I'm like, okay, fine. I can do that. Let me see. Let me get my production hat on. I haven't done this in a while now.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting down and saying, hey, okay, what's good for us to touch up on, which we haven't really hit in a while, off air and, of course, on mic, you understand? So my mind is going, my mind is racing. All these stories are coming back and forth. I get a text from my pops, a voice note rather. Hey, we should play these voice notes sometimes, but I'm not going to play this one. It's cool. I get a voice note from my pops. No, we're not. We're not. We're not. but not.
Okay,
I've
cool.
never. It went back to our last conversation with Choki.
Yeah.
Shout out to Choki, by the way. It went back to our last conversation we had with Choki when you saying your pops was telling you, look, man,
It's okay.
it's okay. That was a win.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to say, man. It's a lovely thing to say. Like it's coming from a good space. You know that this guy's
Yes.
got your back no matter
Yeah.
what. You understand?
It's parental instinct.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
love
it's
that.
not bad. It's not a bad thing.
Hazard blind, you
Yeah.
understand? And it's not coming from a bad place.
100%.
So the old man, look, I always tell people this time, I got a time, you understand? And you know my stories when I talk about my pops. He's a classic person on your birthday. He's not gonna say happy birthday. The last thing he said to my birthday was, "Oh, happy birthday." You understand what I'm saying?
What?
I was like, yes. Who do you think is birthday? You understand? How? Oh, Hana your birthday. You understand?
That's interesting.
He's not a bad person.
Yeah.
He's just a time. You know, he can't help it. He's from that school and he's just been that guy for the longest time.
100%.
So I've never felt him this soft in a while. He hits me up, man. Homeboy says to me, he says, "I'm not stable." I'm like, okay, where's this? I'm like,
What?
okay, calm down, homeboy. Then say, "I'm not stable." Listen, brother. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. You're going through a lot of changes. There's a lot of pressure on you, yada yada yada. But look, you can always come back and reboot, and we can go again. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
Again. It's not a bad thing to say to your child. In fact, it's beautiful. You understand?
Yeah.
You can come back and reboot and let's do this again.
Yeah.
You understand? My mood on that day started off a bit soft, a bit sombanyana. During the day, it picked up because I was like, nah, man, I'm fine. I went back to our conversations. I went back to my journaling. I went back to my safe space. And I'm like, no, actually, I'm fine. You understand? Other people are having it worse. I'm actually fine. And then I got that voice note. And then my mood just switched up. You understand? It switches up because
What did it switch up to?
sad.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, ish.
So you were very despondent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love these words. This guy's amazing with the words. You were very despondent. I was very despondent. You understand? Nigga, despondent, they're blind. But anyway, look.
Yeah.
So now I'm like despondent as heck. You know, I'm going through the most. And I try to find in myself, why am I so sad? You understand? Because I like to do that a lot as well. I like to just find and dig deep and find the cause of the emotion. Because sometimes you're going to feel like, hey, I'm not feeling good, but what's the main cause? You understand? And you're going to think about, okay, fine, no, there's that, but it's not that. You understand? And you're going to think about there's that, but it's not that. And then you go back and think, ish, nah, man. You know why they got me going? I'm a firm believer of destiny. I'm a firm believer of doing it, but rather doing what feeds your soul. I shared this on Facebook. I'm a firm believer. I love seeing people do something that speaks to their soul. And when I got that conversation from the old man saying to me, Emma, let's reboot. It's not a bad thing. But you know where we come from, big dog. You know our stories. You know our conversations. Emma, you cannot do something there. So I got like a close span. You understand?
Yeah.
We've made so much strides. We've made so many connections. We've made so many meetings. And then the fact that somebody's telling you now, let's come and start over. It just hurt me. You understand? It just put me in a bad space. Like I'm afraid of not going for the potential. That scares me. I have conversations with Bratago all the time. And one thing we have a conversation on is you gotta get paid. At the end of the day, you gotta make this go up. You understand? Some of them are gonna tell me, look, it doesn't matter. This thing, it doesn't really matter. You just gotta get paid. But I also feel like the best way for you to give yourself to your other projects is if you're fulfilled somewhere, somehow. You understand? I don't wanna be a bitter person. You know, bitterness, dog.
Yeah.
That scares the crap out of me.
100%.
Being bitter and being angry because you couldn't fulfill what you were put on this earth to fulfill. Destiny is everything, bro. Are you fulfilling your destiny, by the way?
Definitely. Yeah. Listen, I live to exalt God. You know, I think it was in the second episode or the third episode where I spoke about the gap
Yeah.
that often I would pray, God, please close the gap between how you see me and how I see myself.
I remember that.
Please close the gap
remember that.
between how I feel about myself and how you feel about me, because it's often that gap that makes us not walk in the fullness of God, right? And that as you close that gap, remind me always that I'm special and significant. You know what I mean? That I'm the apple of your eye, the object of your affection, that I'm holy, peculiar, and. So I feel like I got to a point where I got the identity of God for me, right? And so because I have that, I know what it is that I need to do.
Yeah.
And so yes, sometimes sometimes you stumble, but the Bible says that, he makes firm the steps of those who delight in him. Though they may stumble, they will not fall because he upholds them with his right hand. Right? So you have moments where you stumble, but he upholds us. So I have moments where I stumble, where I'm like, okay, cool, this life is happening. You know what I mean? But I'm reminded of what I'm rooted in, of my identity, right?
How do you get it back? Because I like that, the whole fact that you're saying he uplifts you again. You're reminded, those reminders. What do you think about it?
It's just running back to him. It's he's your source.
Yeah.
He's your living water. Often what we do is we run away from God, and we need to run towards him. So that's what I do. I believe in being mindful. What I mean by that is I believe in feeling whatever emotion you are going through at that moment. What I don't believe in, though, is dwelling. So feel what you are feeling, but then move on. In fact, I think we should add a commandment to the 10 commandments.
Let's say.
And that 11th commandment should be, thou shalt move on.
Thou shalt always move on. I would tell.
And we like to dwell, brother.
Yeah, and that's always such a sad thing, because I know myself, bro. I'm a big dweller. Is that a word?
Yeah.
I'm a big dweller, bro.
So that's what I don't dwell. So I'll go through whatever it is I'm going. Sorry to interrupt.
No, don't worry about it.
I'll go through whatever it is that I'm going through, but I'll then run to the source afterwards. I'll run to the living water to be refreshed.
Yeah.
And to be picked up.
Yeah.
And then you go on. It's a journey. It's a relationship.
I like that you're teaching me that. You know why, Sam? You're teaching me that.
Yeah.
Braga, né? And conversation also. I have a lot of conversations with my brother. I love him to bits.
Yeah.
He says to me, he sees me sometimes. Are you okay, my man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Don't fall.
No, I won't fall.
It's your birthday. He says to me, he sees me a lot, né? My mind wanders a lot.
Okay.
Because I feel like I just have a lot on my plate.
Yeah.
A lot of people have a lot of...
That's the devil's playground.
Exactly.
By the way.
Yeah, you understand? So my mind wanders a lot. And then sometimes it scares me away. And then it's still in drive, or still in reverse. And then he hits me up like, Chief,
what's going on?
You have the car and thing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So he says to me one time, he says, I'm just going to add this to what you just said now. He says to me, look, stable. I don't know.
Stable.
It's a thing. I don't know. Don't hold it there.
Buddy. Heavy D is fine.
Let's keep it there.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says, stable, listen, dog. You have to be here. You have to be in this moment. It's okay to know that you have a lot you're working on now. You want that meeting to go well. You want this meeting to go well. You want to make money off of that. You want to make sure that you have a beautiful place. You want to make sure that the family's fine. It's okay to have all of that going on. But you cannot dwell on things. You have to be in the present. If we're working here, be here. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, Anthony, putting in that dwelling in. You understand? That may affect our... Because for me, I've always been wondering, how do I just switch off?
Okay.
You understand? How do I switch off life so that I can be here? And then the best way to do it actually is just don't dwell on things.
Don't dwell. But also, how often do you have moments of solitude?
Me,
Yeah.
a lot,
Okay.
a lot.
Is it isolation or is it solitude? Because remember,
When I like to,
solitude is solitude is always for the benefit of your soul. You know what I mean?
and
So
isolation.
if you're not pouring in, right, to yourself, that
Sure,
is,
sure.
in moments of solitude, then you are not in a moment of solitude. You are just staying away from people.
You're isolated.
100%.
Cause yo, hey man. Last weekend we spoke about this, and I said to you guys, it's addictive.
It is.
It is frighteningly addictive. The minute you're in your space and you're just alone, now you just put a twist on it. Is
Yeah.
it isolation, or is it being is it solitude?
Yeah.
You understand? And 80% of the time, 80% is too much. I don't want to be that guy. Maybe say 70% of the time.
Okay.
70% of the time, it's definitely isolation.
Whew. Wow. That's to the detriment of heavy D then. And these are things that we need to recognize. Because here's the thing, right? If you were to look at yourself in the mirror and you didn't see your face but your character, would you smile or would you be terrified? Let's start there.
To tell you the truth, it's a difficult one. But I would smile.
Would you smile?
I would smile.
How often do you look at yourself in the mirror? And this is not in the literal sense of you standing in front of a mirror and looking at yourself.
Quite a lot.
And what is it that you get
You know,
from that?
I hate this guy. Yo. Yo. Yeah, no, it's fine.
That's my fault this time.
It was your fault.
It's my
You
fault.
could see that I'm
Yes.
but I like that question. Let me go for it. Quite often, I won't lie, but when I do look at myself, not in the literal sense, of course, when I do check myself out in that mirror and I see what I'm looking at, no. I'm gonna lie. I'll be lying. It's not a lot. I just thought about it now because I think I do it a lot, but I don't do it a lot. Because you think you're doing it when you are saying, "I need to do this." You understand? I need to do. I've started journaling. Truth is, it's helped out a lot.
Okay.
You understand? Journaling is amazing. For me, it's a way to just, excuse me, my goodness. It's a way for me to just reconnect with myself again. But it's not necessarily looking at myself in the mirror.
Okay.
Like I was saying, it's not necessarily saying, okay, fine. It's like flop a guy got how like myself in the mirror, you understand? But the journaling alone has helped me to get, and I'll never stop speaking about this. It's what about, and it's fine.
What gratitude?
Gratitude.
Okay.
You know this. You understand? For me, that alone has been a trampoline to greater heights. Because without it, I don't think I would have been in this country again. I wouldn't even lie to you. I would have lied to you. Like, so the journaling and it's helped me, reflect a part of myself in that mirror. But it's not the whole thing. Because, like I'm saying, I keep dwelling.
I like gratitude.
I love it.
And I love the fact that you always speak about gratitude. And just to give people context,
All right.
right? See, when we amplify gratitude in our lives, we start to see this enormous shift from scarcity to abundance. Because here's the thing, right? Sometimes you have 8 things happening in your life that are good, and you have 2 things happening in your life that are not so good.
Truth.
And normally we shift our focus on those things, right? Gratitude is saying, yes, these 2 things are happening, but I'm going to choose to focus on the 8 things that are going good in my life. So that's where the shift from from scarcity to abundance happens. So I just wanted to put it into context as to why this guy is always talking about gratitude, because I feel like now some people are annoyed because you're always talking about gratitude
all the time.
but yes, my brother, I think it's very important that we constantly look in it's checking in with yourself. You know, where you just reflect, because that is very healthy for your soul. It's healthy for your soul, for your mind, I believe. It's also healthy for your heart.
It is.
You know, to say, hey man, what's going on in my life? Let me check in. You know?
And like proper check-ins, you understand?
Proper check in. Do I have the fruits of the spirit? Do I have peace? Do I have joy? Do I have things that are bothering me? You know, do I have anger towards somebody? Do I harbor unforgiveness? Stuff like that. So it's intra-personal conversations that you should be having with yourself all the time. Well, not all the time, but as often as possible.
Yeah, like out.
Right? So that you can be on the path that you're supposed to be on.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it's so easy to get off that path, bro.
100%.
It's so easy, like, I know, like, and that, my word of the day is dwelling. You know, forget all the other big words you used. Dwelling is my word of the day. You understand? Because that alone has just unlocked so many key things that are happening with me towards my destiny. You understand? I'm always just dwelling on nonsense.
So let me ask you this. Where do you think you are right now on your journey? What is this season that you are in called? What would you dub it?
All right, I like that question. The reawakening.
The reawakening.
The reawakening.
Expand on that.
You know why I say that?
Yeah.
2019. I'm sorry to sound like a broken record again, but testimony is testimony. 2019, I was young.
Yeah.
Things were moving smoothly, connecting, doing the right thing. You saw the steps. You understand?
Yeah.
Of course, life is life. You know, everybody, with Yamalapa, it happened, and then we all had to reboot. You know, understand what I'm saying? So I rebooted at that point in time, but then rebooting, some of us, the plug was so that we can reboot. So it took a while. You understand? It took a while for a lot of people. It took a while for myself as well. Until, of course, certain things happened. Gratitude kicked in, and then at that point in time, I reached a phase in my life whereby I was reawakened. You know, because remember I was telling you in our very first meeting. I remember saying this to you. I don't know if you're gonna remember. There were times whereby I felt like I was too comfortable. You understand? There was times in my life whereby I felt like I was becoming part of my surroundings. I was okay. Nigga, sharp the routine. The minute you're doing routines in a space, that means I'm not.
You were in a cycle.
I'm in a cycle. I'm just doing the same thing. Get like, no. From there, hang out with the dogs on a Saturday, and then drive home with Madlala 11 and stuff like that. You understand? And then during my cycle, an awakening was done. You understand? An awakening was done whereby Shabaraga accident. Hey, chief, you're wasting my time. And I like to put it like that. You understand? When I speak about God and when I speak to him, I like to give him that laid back and busy man who, hey, chief, you're wasting my time. Yeah. I've given you people who want to see you win in places you want to win in so that you can come do what you want to do here as well. I've given you those people, but you're relaxing. You're going up and down. I'm going to crash this car. I'm going to take this car away from you so that you can wake up and understand, okay, hey, stop this, go. You understand? That was a reawakening. A reawakening because I've been awakened before. And then I went back to sleep. You understand? Because of whatever. And then now, and I want to call it a rude one because it was a slap in the face. Hey, to what, chief? You understand? Let's go. And then I'm here. And also, I'm reawakened every single time. You understand? I'm reawakened when I wake up in my bed. Thank you to my brother for giving me a spot. You understand? I'm reawakened every single time I'm there. Like, you gotta double up. You gotta double up. I'm reawakening every single time I have to go to a meeting and say, "Ish, yeah, about that today, what can I do?" That's a reawakening. All of these things are just reawakenings. I just really thought about that now, actually.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
Get it reawakening. So what? If you gotta move.
You know, I wrote a piece called, and it's on my phone, my other phone, which is not with me, called, I think it was called "God is in the Neighborhood." It's a conversation between two friends. So the first friend is sort of like relaying his struggles to the second friend, but the tone and mood is again very despondent. He's in despair, hope. There's no hope at all, and he goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And the second friend then comes in. He's optimistic, and he reminds him of who he is. He reminds him to just keep on keeping on, and keep the faith, and that one day things will shift.
I'm sorry. Let me just interject a bit. It just gave me goosebumps. You see how beautiful that is. That you actually wrote. I don't know you wrote about that, but now we're literally having this conversation now.
Yeah,
It's
but
crazy.
It's something that I went through. So those two friends, that was me and me. I was despondent, but in the same breath, I was encouraging myself.
Love it.
It's called "God is in the Neighborhood." See, I need to find that piece.
You need to find it and you need to put it up.
I need to find it and I need to put it up. It's a very beautiful piece.
Please put it up. In fact, read it in a soft moment.
Okay.
Read it in a soft moment, and then put it up.
I think I'll do that.
Yeah, do
and
both.
that's why when I listen to songs like Nana Tula, especially
Nana Tula.
100%, especially Young Stunna's verse, Imitandazo, I listen to his verses. Like I'm hit, man. Like I'm hit because I'm like, yo, like what this guy is talking about, what he's singing about, I know exactly what he's talking about. There were moments where I pray 4 or 5 hours nonstop, just praying. And I said,
For real?
yeah.
That's amazing.
And I said, God, I know that you'll take me out of this. You know what I mean? It's a shift in perspective, and I'm getting teary.
I see you, brother. I love this.
Just thinking about it, because bro, there's literally been a 180 degree in my life.
Yeah, brother, and I love to see that.
And just when I hear and when I listen to what you're talking about, one thing that I touched on South Moments this week was that sometimes we have to float around at sea, hoping to find a new port, not knowing where it is, what it's like, or what we'll do when we get there. In essence, what I mean is sometimes we don't know. And the fact that we don't know is okay. And we have to embrace that not knowing.
And it's fine. It's fine.
I think when we do that, we walk in faith and we say, you know what? Because the journey of faith is a journey of trust, and it's a journey of letting go. It's a journey of not seeking understanding. Because I think a lot of the times what we want is we want understanding. Why is this happening to me? You know what I mean? God says, move this way. You want understanding, but the journey of faith is letting go. It's detachment. I spoke the other day and I said that one of the laws of abundance is the law of detachment.
Let it go.
You want abundance in your life, you need to learn to let go.
Let it go.
So it's trust, it's letting go, detachment, right? And it's not seeking understanding. So when I talk about like floating at sea, hoping for a new port, not knowing, what does this thing look like? What are we going to do when we get there? Literally, you moving back to Johannesburg after what? 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
That's you saying, you know what? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going to embrace this. I'm going to embrace that. And it's scary. It's unsettling.
Bro, trust me. Trust me.
It's unsettling. But that's why we need an anchor in our lives. When we don't know, he knows.
That's the absolute truth.
When we don't know, he knows. So it's a season. You're in a season. And I know a lot of people are in a similar season where they don't know, where, like your dad said, maybe you feel pressured, right? And you know how pressure is.
Bruh,
You know,
bruh, bruh.
but you just need to embrace that.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Embrace the pressure. Cause you know, bruh. Like when you see it, dog. Like when you, oh, I love that. When you, oh,
It's and you know, in the book of Joel, right? Joel 2, the prophet Joel makes this prophetic promise to the people of Israel that God will restore their years and redeem their time. Right? Now, understand that redeeming time doesn't mean that God gives you more time. No. It means that he takes the time that you have left and he does so much with the time that you have left that it makes up for opportunities that were missed in a season. Remember, time is context for opportunity, right? So when time is wasted, opportunities are missed. But God can actually restore that. How? He'll open one door and that door will make up for 10 doors that you missed in the previous season. But that begins with us being in motion.
the truth.
So you moving from Lesotho to Bloem, to Johannesburg, Bloem, to Johannesburg.
Love you, bro. Yeah.
You moving from Lesotho to Johannesburg. That is you saying, you know what, I'm being in motion. I'm moving. I don't know the destination.
Exactly.
I don't know, but I'm gonna move. I'm gonna be in motion because God wants people to be in motion. That's it. You gotta be in motion. If you're gonna walk with God, you gotta be in motion.
You can't be standing still.
No.
You can't be standing still.
No.
You gotta move. One thing that I like what you just said, just to encompass it in one simple line. I used to say this a lot when I used to like just have to snap out of this guababa thing. What if she says yes?
What if she says yes?
Bruh, you understand what I'm saying? Wamatsaba. Your heart is pumping, you're shivering, the boys are pushing you at the back. It's a mine, it's a mine. And you're thinking so many other things that have nothing to do with anything.
100%.
But then again, what if she says yes?
100%. But also just to give context again, right, and make it personal and bring it home. When I quit my job at OFM and moved to Johannesburg,
It was 19 or 18?
this was 2019, I thought to myself, I'm talented, right? I'm going to get to Johannesburg and everything's just going to work out. I'm going to pick up from where I left off.
That was a personal in laugh.
It doesn't work that way.
In laugh. It
doesn't work that way.
doesn't, trust me.
2.5 years. 2.5 years, I was knocking on every door. I was trying this, that, and the other for 2.5 years.
I remember.
From 2019 to 2021, I was trying this, that, and the other. Nothing was working out. There were times when I thought to myself, maybe I should go back to Bloem.
You know who taught me cold emailing?
Me?
You. Remember? Like, hey daddy, who send that cold email, you understand?
Unsolicited.
Unsolicited, you understand?
100%.
I can't like, I'm on a send that email. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
There were times when I thought to myself, maybe you should go back to Bloem. But remember the story I told you earlier on about the two friends, the story that I wrote?
Oh, wait.
God is in the neighborhood. So the friend number one would say, maybe you
Yeah.
should go back. Friend number two would say, no.
Not now.
Now we are shooting, right? This is 2 years later. Or it's 2024, right?
Yeah. 21.
3 years later.
Yeah.
This home that we are in right now, my home, through the grace of God,
Love it.
I bought,
Love it.
right? So
Love
many
it.
things that one has achieved. And again, it's not my might, it's not my power, it's the grace of God because he keeps us, he sustains us, right? Remember what I said to you? He delights in those. He makes the firm, right? He makes the steps, he makes firm the steps. I beg your pardon. He makes firm the steps of those who delight in him, right? Though they may stumble, they will not fall. This is in Psalms, just by the way, the book of Psalms. Though they stumble, they will not fall because he upholds them. with his right hand. John 10:28 says that we are in the palm of his hand. Psalms 46 verse 10 says that, be still and know that I'm God, right? There's so many things. He's our strength. He's our refuge at time, a friend in time of need, you know. So 2021 to 2024, I find myself in this space where I'm owning a home. I don't even know how. If you were to ask me how I ended up owning my home, I can't tell you.
I feel that, brother. I feel that, brother.
I can't.
Yeah. Oh, Kalakai.
I can't.
Where do I start to say it? I have a house with furniture. You understand?
So I say all of that to say that maybe like me, you find yourself in, a space where you want to give up, where a lot of things don't make sense and you're confused and you're just wondering, there's a lot of doubt in you. I say, keep on keeping on. Embrace the season that you are in. You will be carried into a new season, and with that will come abundance, tenfold. That's where I'm at.
Go get yours, bro.
Big shout out to God.
Always.
That's why the song "No One Knows Like I Know What You've Done for Me" hits me so much because no one knows.
You should play that song when we upload this.
100%.
In that space, play the song.
They're not gonna flag us.
Oh yeah. Ish. Yeah, that's fine.
But it's by a lady called Sinek, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. No one knows like I know what you've done. I'm probably singing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a good jam. We'll find
Yeah.
it. All right, cool. Destiny is everything. Just to look it up right there. You basically just looked it up lovely. Because I also needed that. That's why I love these conversations. And I always say this over and over again. It's not just about the people on this couch. You understand? Like destiny. Everybody needs to go find that destiny. I rejoice, bro. I'm a person standing in the front row with my hands up and smiling. You know when you're just smiling and taking it all in. Forget the cameras, forget everything. I'm not taking the pictures. I'm standing there smiling, seeing somebody thrive in what they do best.
100%.
I love that.
It's beautiful.
It is so beautiful, though.
It's beautiful. And another thing, right? When you start doing well in life, don't make the walls higher. Make the table longer so that other people can sit with you and eat as well. This journey is not a solo journey. It's not a journey for Heavy D fella or Tabang fella. It's a journey for us. It's an us thing. That's why Jesus always taught the disciples to pray, "Our Father," not "my Father."
Our Father.
Community.
That's why I like, and I don't say this often a lot, but I said it in the voice note you posted.
Yeah. I
appreciate you for that. You understand? Hey man, you're a busy man, and I know you get quite busy. You understand? Could have easily said, "Hey man, I'm having a dog." You understand? I'm trying to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you're like, "Hey man, come through.
Yeah.
Let's go see." We take rides and go to your meetings just so that I
Yeah.
can get into the space. Like, dog, you're making the table longer so that you make sure that people meet and reach their destinies and potential.
But also, your purpose is always connected to something bigger than you.
Oh, yeah.
And it's always connected to people.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Moses was born to set free the Israelites from Egypt.
That was the purpose. You understand?
That was his purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can come up with so many examples just to prove to you that your purpose is always connected to someone else. It's never a you thing. God is not a God. Otherwise, he could have just let us be doomed. But the fact that Adam and Eve did what they did, also another thing that I want us to chat about in the coming weeks, how to be a man, how to act like a man. The reason why Eve was deceived by the serpent, the snake, right, is because Adam was not being watchful. As a man, one of the things you got to do when you're a man, you need to be watchful
Very
all
important.
the time. So we'll talk about that in the coming weeks, right? What was I saying again?
Yeah.
Ah,
Said a
it.
lot. Yeah.
I was saying, bro. Yes, I was saying.
The
To you,
table is longer.
I was saying to you, God. No, bro.
No,
That's
no,
a
no.
lot.
Yeah, no,
This
that's
guy doesn't pay
definitely.
attention. And it's a pay
What
attention.
time I get going? You just got me going. You know?
I was saying, right? God could have let us be doomed
Definitely.
after what Adam and Eve did. But he was like, no, I love my people. My people. Right? So I'm going to give a new dispensation, or bring a new dispensation, right? Which is Jesus Christ. And that's why we have Jesus Christ now, because he cared so much about his people. You know what I mean? So it's always a journey of community. It's never a me thing.
Sure.
It's always an us thing. You know what I mean?
Well, bro.
Your purpose is always connected to someone else or to a much bigger picture. Yeah,
I love that.
100%.
All right, look, speaking of learning how to become a man,
Yeah?
I get flagged a lot about this. You know, and it also got me thinking as well. This whole relationship thing, I always call it that, you understand? Just to downplay Tanya Nyana affair. How much time we have left? We good?
We still good, yes?
All right, lovely. God, where do I start? You remember the Music Soul Child song,
Which one?
Teach Me How to Love?
Teach me how to love.
Show me the way to surrender my love. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with loving. I know it's hard to hear because of what I've been saying in the past episodes. You understand? It takes me a while to say I love you. It takes me a while to say you're my girl. It takes me a while to step up to certain things. I just want to say this out in the clear. It's not that I'm afraid of saying these things. I just want them to mean something.
Dude,
Hey.
you're going to make me preach.
No, don't preach.
You're going to make me preach.
About what?
No. Okay, go on. Sorry. You are awakening something in me.
Love the fire. But basically,
Yeah.
after we had the conversation, Maoba, a couple of days back about let me handle prep, that also got me going as well.
Maobeng. What is Maobeng?
I'm going deep into Sotho now. Maobeng is the day before yesterday.
I just want to say that Sesotho is weird.
It's not weird, it's lovely.
It's weird.
Complicated weird.
Let me tell you why I say it's weird. So
We are sorry. Hard luck for whoever.
if I wanted to say
We're
baby
sorry.
in Sesotho, what do I say?
Mwana garinza. Mwana gamaradinza.
If I say I want to kiss you, met.
Hey, mate, mwana.
Met the one.
Hey,
Dude, come on, bro. That's weird.
what's wrong with that?
Wanaka.
Eh?
Wanaka.
Uno batla ge?
Wanaka.
Uno batla ge? Yeah? Gadolaka nzu. Is that better?
Yes. Wanaka.
When the future, dog.
Wanaka.
Man, I got one mad that man. You understand what I'm saying? We're there, dog. We're there, dog. But basically, what I'm saying, I hate that, man.
Prep.
Prep.
Yeah.
The prep got me going in this direction. When is it too much? You understand what I'm saying?
When is what too much?
This whole I don't want to disrespect these things a lot. Like I feel like I'm so disrespectful to the word love, and it's quite irritating. Like the ride or die notion. When is it a good? Because I saw this. A friend of mine sent me this. I don't want to die. You understand? It was like a meme, and then read something like, "I know I'm a ride or die, but do we really have to die? Why are we dying? Where are we riding to? You understand?" The ride or die notion. When is okay, fine. When is a good time to ride and die, and when is no? Let's not do this.
So you need to understand that it's not in the literal sense when we talk about riding.
No,
right?
definitely.
So it's a talk on being anchored
Hey,
and really just being committed in the relationship to the end. To the end is I die, like I get out of this world,
yeah.
or my partner dies. She gets.
Bottom
out of this
line
world.
is, we're in it to the bitter end.
Yes.
So now, fine. Just to dim it down a bit, ne? You're going a solo guy, and it's fine. What I'm saying is, there's some things in relationships, and I always try to downplay these things, and I always try to downplay conversations like this so that they're not too heavy. There's some things in relationships that I think are unnecessary.
Like?
First of all, it's a good thing we're talking about this now. First of all, holding hands. Because we talked about this, and you know why I don't like to hold hands. I don't mind contact. And you asked me this, and it also got me going for a long time. You asked me, Emma, aren't you like? Don't you like touching? I don't mind the arm lock thing. You understand? I can do that easily. Lock, let's walk, whatever. You understand? Like we'll get married or whatever. I don't know. But the holding hands thing for me is not a go. Cause hands sweat. You understand? I don't like that. It's uncomfortable. But the arm lock thing is fine. Another very, very, very irritating thing for me. And hopefully I can shake these things off. I'm asking you these questions because I want to get to a stage whereby I'm like, okay, for some of these things, yeah, maybe I'm being a bit too dramatic. But some of them, come on. I get into it this one time with my shorty. I'm like, listen, if I don't say good morning, say good morning. It's a two-way street. It's fine. But you could feel like it was a big deal that I didn't say good morning. Like, why? Why is it why should it be just one person saying, you understand what I'm saying? It's only fair if we're doing this whole thing together that.
So there's two things that I don't believe in. The first being we should never have any hostility towards money.
Oh yeah, I love that, by the way. It's important.
You know, that's the thing. How you see something is how you treat it,
Truth.
right?
Truth.
And I think a lot of people are hostile towards money, and that's why money never comes.
Angry, bro.
Yeah. So that's the first thing. Number two, I don't think hostility should be part of any relationship. What I'm hearing, right, from what you just told me, is that there's a communication gap in your relationship. And to close it, it takes you two grown folk sitting down and saying, listen, you have love languages. What are they again?
You have to come down with that stuff.
No, it's a thing.
Eh?
It's a thing.
Okay.
It's really a thing.
Okay.
I know you don't believe in that, but it really is a thing. Because here's the thing. Remember what I said at the inception of the podcast, of this episode rather, when you asked me about my birthday, and I said to you, certain things were done that touched my inner child, and that made me feel so happy. So yes, you're not a child anymore. We're grown, etc. But your inner child is very much alive and active inside of you.
And absolutely.
They want to be touched. They want certain things, etc. So I actually want to get, as we're talking right now, the 5 love languages, so I can then qualify what I'm saying.
Okay.
So the 5 love languages, right? You have words of affirmation.
Okay.
Right? You're beautiful, you're great, being told such things, acts of service. I know I fall here.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be a grand thing that you do for me. It could be literally, me waking up and you saying, hey, babe, here's a cup of coffee. Would you like maybe eat some s'mores? I'm like,
You love it so much.
I do, bruh.
Gotta talk to Bakers about that situation.
That for me is just like, it melts me, bruh.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be anything grand, or I made you some food, check the microwave.
All right.
Or can I buy you some food? You know what I mean? You have receiving gifts. I love gifts, right? But again, it doesn't have to be like a grand thing. quality time, physical touch. So we've ruled out physical touch for you. You're not a physical touch person. Quality time.
Can I add one to that?
Okay.
I don't know if it will encompass some of these things you just talked about, but if I would ever say to anybody, I have a love language, and I don't know if this also counts, humor. Can that count?
That's not a love language.
It has to be a love language. It has to be a love language. Humor is beautiful.
You like a girl with humor?
Yo, somebody that can make you laugh.
Well, I don't think it's a love language.
What can it be called?
It's just a
It's definitely no.
It's just a characteristic.
No. That thing gets me going. If you can make me laugh,
But it's I think everyone can make you laugh.
Listen, brother. Nzepe. There's certain things, yes. There's certain things we crack up all the time.
Yeah.
I have friends, or I have chick friends. We crack up all the time. But then there's that one person who she really gets that humor.
It's just a personality thing.
It's a love language.
It's not a love language.
It's definitely a
It's
love
a
language.
characteristic. It's a personality. You are complicating it.
Don't be that guy.
No, it is.
No, it's God. I want to go for that as my love language.
I just feel like there's a gap in terms of communication in your relationship, and you can close that gap by just having a conversation with your girl. To say, hey, Fit, touching hands, right? I'm not about that. Holding hands, rather. I'm not about that. Hands sweat. And I know if you like...
It's disgusting.
Here's the thing about me, right?
Not you're disgusting.
No. I want to teach you something about me.
All right.
The reason why I don't like dogs...
You have a problem, by the way.
Number one, I tore a ligament because of a dog.
Hard and done.
Number two, dogs are too needy. Right?
True.
So the thing about me, right? Once you are like all over me, like for a very long time, I'm like, yeah dude, like, okay.
I feel you.
Like I like physical touch, but if it's like done excessively, I just like, can I have my space, please? Like the people in my life know that.
Yeah.
Too much,
Solitude.
It's not solitude. It's not solitude. Where like I must kiss you like 100 times.
No.
Yes, I've had that. I've had such moments where like I'm supposed to kiss like 100 times, and it's like I'll do it, and then I get to like 50. I'm like, I'm done.
No.
I'm done. It's like kisses all over.
No.
I'm like, hey.
No.
I'm not a dog.
Let's not do that. Yeah.
Yes.
Shake hands.
So you can literally just tell your girl that, hey, I don't like this. Right? And it doesn't have to be a big thing. In terms of the texts in the morning, I think there's nothing wrong. It's a desire that you have. I think it's an inner child thing, right? Where you want to be texted first sometimes.
I think you're going too deep in it.
No, I'm not.
No, I think you are.
I'm not.
I,
Sometimes you want to be texted first, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No. Yeah. Let me say that like this. Whoever texts first, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Whether it's me or whether it's you, what I'm saying is it's a two-way street. If I don't text first because I'm busy doing something, I'm not sad that I didn't get a text first. You understand what I'm saying?
You're not sad.
No, I'm not sad.
I am. I would be sad.
I wouldn't be sad.
Like I'm a morning person, right? And here's another thing. You need to get to a point where you understand your partner. I'm a morning person. My body wakes me up 4:30, 5 o'clock. I have a lot of energy in the morning. I don't know if you've picked that up about me. Some people are not like that. So chances are I'll text you first in the morning, right? But there'll be moments where maybe I'm tired. I didn't wake up as early as I normally do. In moments like that, you could say to yourself, hey, this guy's always up early. Maybe he's still sleeping. let me text him. Hey, babe,
Sure.
you good? Still sleeping? What? And then when I get a chance, I'll respond.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's really as simple as that. I feel like people in relationships need to get to a point where they understand each other, that when my partner is acting this way, this is not how they normally act. So let me take initiative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My partner doesn't always act like this. Let me make the first, take the first step. And. So you saying something, but also you're not saying it. What I'm hearing is that sometimes you want to be texted first, but you saying it's not a thing. Doesn't matter.
It's really not.
I'm
But
very confused.
no, it's not. All I'm saying is, go on, and you think you're reading too deep into it.
No, I'm not.
You really are.
What are you saying?
All I'm saying is, let's relax.
You saying it must be, dude. You saying it must be a two-way street. If you are saying it must be a two-way street,
Okay, fine.
You
Look.
are saying that sometimes you want to be texted first.
But it's not a big deal.
Okay, then why are you concerned that it must be a two-way street?
No, all I'm saying is, don't get pissed off when you don't get it. Just text first. You see where my concerns are.
No, I don't see where your concerns are. You are saying that you want to be texted first sometimes.
No. You'll never get it. How much do you have on the clock? Oh, by the way,
I don't know.
my speaking of dogs,
Your dog died.
my dog. Did I tell you? Did you see?
Shame.
You cannot say shame like that,
You
brother.
laughed at me when I told you about my gym story. Be fortunate that I'm not laughing. No, dude. I'm sorry, bruh.
Appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
brother.
You've been with that dog for a very long time.
11 years, bro.
Yeah, I'm not heartless like you.
Yeah. I'm not a bad person. I mean,
You laughed at me when I told you
didn't laugh.
the gym story.
it was a cough.
No, it was not a cough.
Nigitsore Mazimba in the corner. I coughed. You understand what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying is, Heavy D,
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with wanting to be text,
that's fine.
to be sent to text first.
That's fine.
There's nothing wrong. And
Nope.
express that. Express that.
No. Not in the way you guys want it to be expressed. It's really not a big deal.
Listen, my brother. Just work on communication with your person.
That will work on.
Yeah.
I think that's where we should just hold it. It's really not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. But we're fine.
I hear you.
Think we hit the mark?
Are we done already?
It always flies so quickly. Well, how much we have on the clock? You see it?
I can't.
Just check.
I don't know.
Because I can't see anything from here. You got it? Hey, Skywell.
Almost done.
Yeah.
It's almost an hour.
Is it?
Yeah, almost an hour.
But we did good. Look, apart from everything else that was spoken on Destiny, I think also the whole relationship thing. It's also a good touch on, like, you're opening up the communication thing. Without communication, nothing's gonna ever work. That's the honest truth. For some of us, it takes time.
But understand this, my friend. Understand that I need to that thing stopped recording.
It's gone.
It is.
Is it? What am I trying to understand? Because everything you're gonna try to make me understand, you just like to go too deep. That's the only catch with you. You understand? And I think for me, maybe it's a problem that I don't look too much into things, and yeah, maybe I'll work on that. But I also feel like a lot of times people just read too deep into some things, and it just never makes sense. Like, why are we going so hard in it? Why can't it just, it's here. Let's relax and let's not think too much about it, because it's really not that deep. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't.
You'll never understand.
I don't understand what you mean. It's not that deep. I feel like saying stuff like that will not take you to the next level of your relationship.
Why does it have? What's deep? Define this deep thing.
You're the one who mentioned deep, so why must I define it if you're the one
No,
who brought it up?
because I want to understand, like, how is this not gonna get me to the next level?
because then you just remain on the same surface. You
Of,
saying
of, of being relaxed.
you saying I'm looking too deep into stuff. The thing is, I don't think you've gotten to a point where you understand women, where you understand that women and men are different.
Very. That's true.
And so until you get an understanding of that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you're not gonna have like the strides that you want to have in your relationship. You know, because you're always gonna be operating on the surface.
Give more.
Yeah, you just
Yeah, give more.
You're more enough. More enough.
No, I feel you,
Master
brother.
KG, King Monada.
I'm not trying too hard. Eh?
Yeah, you know.
Hey, I'm chilling.
You want a relationship to work, you need words. Good words. That is.
Effort.
Yes. If you're going to level up, because there's always a new level, just by the way. If you're going to get to the next level
Truth.
in your relationship,
Truth.
you need to do the work
Truth.
and you need to open yourself up.
Truth.
Remember Lethal Weapon, the movie?
Which one?
The movie doesn't matter. You just remember that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to cover up, but you got to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, brother. Look.
You got to show your scars, everything.
Could you think that like this type of acting is because I'm dwelling on certain things? I'm holding on to certain feelings. You think?
It's a perception thing.
Is it?
I think everything boils down to perception. How you see something is how you're going to treat it. How you see something is how you're going to treat it. It was perception, it was perspective that helped David defeat Goliath.
Yeah.
Because remember, there were like a lot of soldiers.
Sure.
There was King Saul, David's brothers,
Okay.
who were standing there, and Goliath was saying whatever he wanted to say.
Confidently. Without a care in the world.
None of them moved. None of them stood up to that guy. Then comes David, right?
Audacity.
And he decides, audacity, shameless audacity, decides to fight this guy. So what the soldiers, what David's brothers, what King Saul saw as too big to defeat in Goliath, David saw as too big to miss. Perspective, perception. How you see something is how you treat it,
Facts.
right? How do you see relationships? Start there. Do you see as company keepers? Is it something that's gonna, keep you company and that's it?
Till the next one.
Or is it a platform for lack of a better word, that is gonna allow you to build meaningful and lasting partnerships, etc. If it's the latter, then there's certain things that you're gonna have to do.
Gonna have to switch up.
If it's the former, then it's just vibes.
Cruise.
It's just vibes. More nothing.
Shabazao, yeah?
So I think you need to get to a point where you work on your perception when it comes to relationships. Also, ask yourself questions
Like what?
like, where, how do you want a relationship? Number one, when you are in a relationship, what is your hope for the relationship? What is the hope for the person that you're dating also? Because when you get into a relationship, women will naturally look to you,
Truth.
right? So you need to lead the lady,
No other way.
right? But you need to lead her into a greater destiny. Whatever it is that you think she's meant to do in this world, or whatever it is that she's revealed to you, you take that, right? And you just put NOS to it. NOS. You know what? In Need for Speed,
Yeah.
there's NOS.
Yeah.
Just explain to the people what NOS is.
I don't think I know NOS. But man, Too Fast, Too Furious was my thing.
Yes.
That was my thing.
Yes. So you just help the person, accelerate the person.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so those are some of the questions you need to ask yourself. What do I want for this person? What do I want for myself in this relationship? What do you want for the relationship as a whole? Where do you want it to go? How do you want it to look like? Those are some of the things, you know what I mean, that you need to
course.
ask yourself when you are in a relationship. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. And don't be in the relationship. You know, just get into vibes and let it just be vibes. Vibes. But I can tell you for a fact that the right relationship will take you to greater heights.
Facts.
But it
That's
comes with
absolutely true.
seeing that,
And allowing yourself to see that.
allowing yourself to see that. So we don't like having uncomfortable conversations.
Nobody does.
That's the problem.
Nobody does.
But you want to get in a relationship and then what? That's it. No, dream. Have dreams for your relationship. Have dreams for your partner. Have dreams for yourself.
How about I'll go and check it?
I feel
So, Lani. That's what we is.
guys, come on.
Now we gotta step it up, brother. It's important to always step it up.
Women are visionaries.
Aware.
To have the right woman in your life, count when, or rather, when you have the right woman in your life, count yourself blessed, because they have the vision.
Aware.
They have the vision. So don't bring a girl into your life and just keep her here in shallow waters.
What vibes?
That time this person is meant to, you know, be a backstroke swimmer,
Truth.
butterfly. When are you up keeping at the kiddies pool? Mon affair. But stop wasting girls' time. Please, and girls, please don't allow any man to waste your time.
Please don't.
It's 2024.
24, but we're in the future.
Do not allow any man to waste your time.
Absolutely not.
Men, don't allow any girl to waste your time, please. You can't. Sometimes, not even sometimes, you are meant to be backstroking and butterflying. And the person wants to keep you in shallow water in the kiddies pool. And you're going to allow that? No.
Like an idiot.
No. As a man, encourage your girl to go and study further.
Of course.
You know?
Growth.
See her. Look at her. Because we don't have a 360 of ourselves.
No, we don't.
It's the person next to you who has a 360 of you.
Bon
If I
actor,
spend a
man.
lot of time with you,
Alright.
I start figuring certain things about you, Heavy D, that you won't figure out.
No way.
And so it becomes my duty to reveal those things to you. That is my purpose.
No way.
Heavy, this is what I see. That is love. That is love. Even the uncomfortable things, I'll tell you, it's still love. Because I want what is best for you. So, in essence, my brother, have a dream for a relationship that you find yourself in. Even if it's a platonic relationship, our relationship, have a dream for it. You know? Have a dream for that relationship, where you want it to go.
Have a dream for every single relationship in your life. I like that. I love that, actually.
Yeah. Don't stay in shallow water. Don't.
Go backstroke. Get
Listen.
out the kiddies pool.
Are we done?
Yeah, let's lock it up, brother. That was an amazing conversation.
100%.
As always.
Thank you so much for watching Self-Literacy Podcast. I'm Tabang.
And of course, I'm Heavy D.
Until next time. Cheers.
Peace.